right, good morning. It's Marsha from Marsha's Meadow. And today I thought we could make some sugar scrubs. Okay, now I've already got a master batch of all the oils and the butters. Okay, I made this probably 2 weeks ago and I put it in the refrigerator. It makes it easy if somebody places an order and I don't already have that, that sugar scrub prepared. So this is the easiest way to do it for me. Okay, I'm going to dig a little bit out of that. While I dig that out, I'll tell you, I'm going to dig it out, right, put it in here. I'll share with you how I got my recipe, and how it began, okay? There's a woman, her name's Kim Sanchez, and she has 2 YouTube channels. Where's my recipe here? I need 16 ounces of batter, okay? So Kim, she has 2, actually she has more than 2, I think she has 3. But anyway, her name's Kim, and she is a product tester for Nature's Garden candle and soap, which is it's hard to dig it out of here actually because it's hard, it's cold, but anyway, she is a product tester for this supplier. So if you go to Nature's Garden, I had to write it down to make sure I got it correct. If you go to Nature's Garden candle and soap and go under their free recipes, they give a recipe for a sugar scrub, which is Kim's recipe. Now also, Kim has her own shop on YouTube. If you go to Nature's Art and go through her history, she makes some sugar scrubs and gives a recipe. So what I did was, I need 16 ounces of this. What I did is I went to both, when I took down her recipe that she gives, and I cut the recipe into quarters. This is going to take forever, isn't it? I cut the recipe into quarters, okay, and just made a quarter of what she had made, just for myself. I tested it, and then I tweaked it to make my own recipe. I changed a little bit of the percentage of the oils, and I changed a little bit of percentage of the butters, and I definitely changed some of the oils that she used. Her recipe was perfect. It's just, I wanted my own recipe. So what's lovely about what Kim has done on both channels, she's given you a basic. Sorry, I probably should have scraped this out first. But anyway, well, good, we're halfway there. So what she has done is she's given you a basic recipe, and then you can tweak it. And her videos are great because not only does she give ounces, she gives ounces and she gives grams, okay? She really breaks it down for you. She talks about the different oils. God, she's just lovely. She's such a help, to new soapers. And gosh, she does lotion, she does cream, she does salves. And she also does all, for Nature's Garden. She was their product tester, so there's a ton of videos on her making 1 ounce batches of soap using their fragrance oils. I'm trying to get 16. We're almost there. We're at 14.5. So that's for anybody watching saying, okay, I want a recipe. We're at 59. There it is, 16. Okay, Sorry, that was slow and tedious. But that's okay. So that, and now this will go back in the fridge. Okay? So like I said, you go to Kim's channel. Now I'm going to warm this up. This has preservative already in it. Okay? It has 10 grams of preservative in this. And preservative, I use Optifin. I find that to be the best preservative for myself. It's paraben free. You know, I think it's one of the safest preservatives. This cannot reach over 120. I'm just trying to warm this up a little bit, obviously, to work with it a little bit, to warm it up a little bit so it's easier to work with and mix in the sugar. Okay? So, like I said, I tested her recipe. We're just warming that up on the double boiler. I'm going to set that aside. That was just about Kim Sanchez and where and how I got my recipe. So, I'll set that aside. So, I tweaked it. It's my own recipe now. You know, my own. I'll put this back in the fridge. And again, we just want to warm this up a little bit, not too much. I definitely don't want to heat it up too much. You can see some is starting to melt. Actually, I can probably shut this off. Okay. So for me, if somebody calls today and says, oh, okay, you know, can I have a pink sugar scrub? And I am already out, or, you know, it's hard just to make a quick. So I just make up a big, I think that was a double, 16 and 16, so 32. That in that bottle, it's 32 ounces of the oils, and there's some emulsifying wax in this. So yeah, it's lovely. So you just go and check out Kim's recipe. You know, she has a new new YouTube channel as well, Homestead. But anyway, so you can see, just trying to melt this down a little bit. Definitely didn't want it to go over 120, which it hasn't. Okay, just trying to melt it just a little bit. Today I'm making two different scents, so we'll actually break this in half. But anyway, how lovely for the soapers, for us today, you know, making sugar scrubs. There's so much on the computer, you know, with YouTube, and you can just watch. And what I love is the recipe she gives. It was absolutely perfect. It was beautiful. But there's a feeling of, I don't know, you know, I lacked a feeling of accomplishment if I just used her recipe. It's not mine. So I used, like I said, I just did a quarter, made a small batch for myself, took it in the shower, you know, used it, and then just thought, okay, you know, I like this certain oil. So I just tweaked it. It's my recipe now, which, you know, and it makes me feel good. Then you have pride. You can see what I'm doing here. Just mashing up the big pieces. Trying to cool it down, make it a little bit, warm it up, trying to make it a little bit easier to work with. I love having a master batch in the fridge. Love it. Simple, it's easy, you know, so you just follow Kim's, or your own recipe. I shouldn't keep saying Kim's, because now this is my recipe. So anyway, I make a big master batch. I put everything in except the sugar and the fragrance. I do put in the preservative. Okay, I definitely put that in. You don't want bacteria growing, so I put in the preservative. And the only thing I keep out is the fragrance and the sugar. Okay, and when you take it out of the fridge, if you make a master batch, when you take it out of the fridge, it's obviously very cold, very stiff. hard to work with. So as you saw, I just pop it on the double boiler for just a matter of seconds. You know, maybe 1 minute, just to get it a little bit melted. And actually, so this is 16 ounces, and I'm going to break this in half because I'm doing 2 different recipes today. Actually, you know what I'll do? I was going to put some in this bowl, but I might just put the sugar in there. It'll probably make a mess. Actually, I better switch it over. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit pause so it's not a real long video. I'm going to put this butter in this bowl, and then I'll bring it back. And then we'll put the sugar in. Then I'll break the recipe in half to do my 2 different scents, okay? So hold on. Let me hit pause. Oh, the way I have the camera, I can't even find pause. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to scrape it out. Okay, so there's our batter. Looks good. Excellent oils and butters for our body. Now we're going to add the sugar. Now I'll tell you, this, besides soap, sugar scrubs are my second favorite thing. I love them. I cannot live without them, especially in the winter. Unbelievable on my hands and on my legs. My legs get really dry. So let's see. Now, this is 16 ounces of batter, and for the sugar, I double it. Okay, so we're going to put in 32 ounces of sugar. Okay. Hopefully I have enough. That would be awful, huh? Oh yeah, we're going to make it. So 32 ounces. Close, close, close. There we go. Exactly 32. We made it. We need some more sugar. Okay. So I'm making this big pot, and I'm going to be splitting it into 2 different. Today we're doing Love Spell and pink sugar. Now I have a big mixer. Excuse me, I'm grabbing a drink. My husband just brought home a big tea for me. I have a big mixer, a KitchenAid. My husband bought it for Christmas. How kind. Typically I would put it in that, but it's heavy and I didn't want to move it around for the camera. And so I'm today just going to use a quick stick blender. Actually, I'm going to put this spoon. I don't want to lose any of that, so I'll put this spoon right in here for now. So today I'm using my old stick blender. We're going to mix all the sugar. Hopefully you can see, guys. Trying to figure out the cameras a little. But okay. So we're going to blend this up. It's a little smoky. Probably should have hit pause for this, huh? Hopefully you don't mind. Hopefully it's not too loud. That's good for this moment, because once we get the fragrance in, we'll, you know, we'll do that again. But okay. Oh, I love it. I just love it. Sugar scrubs is just one of my favorite things. I make lotions and I make body butters and I make a cream, but I'm going to be honest, I don't know, call me lazy. When I get out of the shower, I just have to get dressed quick and get moving, and I sometimes don't always put the lotions on with this in the shower. Look at this. Oh, it's just unbelievable. Okay, so all together we have 16 ounces of batter and 32 ounces of sugar. So 6, 7, 8. So we have 48 ounces here. So I'm going to break this in half. So let's bring our, I hope this is big enough. So what did I say? 48. So we're going to put 24 ounces in here. And we'll mix up our fragrance. Almost there. So yes, I had an order for, almost there, 24.3. So I'll just take out a smidgen. $24.1. Good, good, good. What I'll do is, my camera's supposed to be going for 30 minutes, and I don't know why it stops at 20. So I'll just let the video go as we do it, and I'm sorry if it shuts off. Okay, so this is our, I'm going to do our love spell. What did I do with the spoon? I'll use the spoon. This is our love spell. Okay, now, what is the percentage? Gosh, I have it written down. I forget. But anyway, the whole recipe calls for 9 grams of fragrance. I broke it down. So I'm putting 5 grams into this one. 5 grams of fragrance for this one. And then because I broke it in half, and then I'm doing 5 grams of the pink sugar in the other one. Okay. So this is 5 grams. Oh, I wish I could remember the percentage. I have it written down somewhere. I did all her Kim's percentages and then broke it down. The fragrance I did, the fragrance amount I did keep the same. Oh, I just love, you know, one, I love Kim, and 2, I just love that she did that because it gives you a starting point, you know? It gives you a starting point on where to begin. You know, when I started, before I started sugar scrubs, I'm like, oh man, I don't know. And I'll be honest, if you buy the sugar scrubs in, you know, the stores, they're all loaded with chemicals. And so when I found that channel and saw, you know, and she gives the basic, you know, 60% of this and 20% of this, it just gives you a starting point. How lucky are we now? You know, these poor girls, when they started out years ago, you know, probably didn't have just mixing in the perfume, and I am going to take out the stick blender. But anyway, they just didn't, I just feel like we're pretty lucky. You know, anybody starting out today. I've been doing this now almost 2 years. And for us, you know, for us in this home, it began because we had children with just really sensitive skin. Let me just blend this one more time. I'm sorry if it's loud. We're now blending in the perfume. The stick blender has broke. That's why I bought a new one. But the new one, it doesn't come with this little whipper. So I have to use my stomach to hold the glass. Bear with me, bear with me. That's funny, huh? Hey, my belly came in handy. Okay.